Branding is critical for any business, but it's even more important for photographers. Let's talk about how branding can attract the exact type of client that you want and increase revenue for your photography business. If you're new to my content, I'm Adam Radley. I'm the founder of IIMAGINE. This channel is for people that want to start and grow a photography business. I'm also releasing a series of videos called 100 Ways to Get Customers for Photographers. So if you want to receive alerts when I release new videos, go ahead and click subscribe. Now let's get into it. Unfortunately, most people think that a brand is a logo. That's totally wrong. A logo is only one very small part of a brand. So what is a brand? A brand is whatever people think about when they interact with your business. The things they think about include some things that you can control and others that you cannot control. Your objective should be to carefully define your brand and not let the market or your competitors or unsatisfied customers define it for you. A simple way to understand this is to think about your friends and ask yourself what differences there are in the brands of each of them as individuals. One may be intellectual and funny. Another one may be intellectual and serious. Another one may be funny and reliable. Another one may be funny and unreliable. When they walk into a room and start interacting with you, the energy and the mood of the room changes. You have the same impact on your friends, and your brand has the same impact on your customers. When people think about your brand, do you want them to feel sophisticated, reliable, cost-effective, efficient, accurate, strong, warm and fuzzy? You can only make this decision by understanding your customer, and that requires customer research. If you haven't done your customer research, check out my video about how to do it. Also keep in mind that branding only works when it's consistent. And if it's going to be consistent, then you need to think through this very carefully at the beginning, because changing your brand down the road can be very difficult. So where do you fit into the market? You might have heard the term market positioning. The word positioning is relative. How do you position your brand within the existing marketplace? Is it more reliable than competitors? Does it look better? Is it more sophisticated? Answering this question requires an understanding of your competitors. If you want to get into more detail about this, check out my video about how to research your competitors. But in summary, you need to review the websites and social presence of all of your direct competitors and think about how you want to position your product or service relative to them. You should also look at what people are saying about your competitors. Check out the major social media platforms they use. Don't be afraid to sign up to forums and social groups anonymously and ask questions and share your opinions to see how people react. If you can afford it, go ahead and buy your competitors' services and take note of everything in every step of the process. Take note of what they did well and what can be improved. Imagine how the process can be improved for your customers. Now, this strategy will obviously be difficult if your competitor is a wedding photographer. I'm not suggesting that you pretend to have a wedding. If you're not in a position to buy your competitors' products, do as much as you can. Use a free trial, sign up for their newsletters, join their social media groups, and follow them. As you do all of this research, pretend to be a customer and think about how each of your competitors make you feel about buying their product or service. Rank them in order of best to worst, and do your best to identify the reasons. Then consider how you compare to your competitors. So what does your brand stand for? Your brand cannot be everything to everyone. People want to buy from brands that share similar values to them. If you want to offer photography real estate, then your business name, logo, website design, social presence, the clothes you wear and the words you use when you speak may be very different from another business that's offering photography for fashion boutiques. People want to buy from people that are similar to them. This is why it's critical to get the first step in this series of videos right. I'm referring to doing work that you're passionate about. It's very difficult, if not impossible, to pretend to be part of a tribe that you know nothing about. If you really do belong to a tribe, then you'll have an instinctive understanding of what other people that belong to that tribe really want. Your brand also relates to your unique selling proposition, so you should try to incorporate it into your brand. Your USP usually consists of 3 components. What do you sell? What is the key benefit? And who do you sell it to? For example, we offer photography services, that's what you sell. For fashion boutiques, that's who you sell it to, that want Instagram-ready images with unique styling. That's the key benefit you claim to provide. Now let's talk about personality. As I said earlier, a brand is a lot like a personality. So what is the personality of your brand? And if you're creating a new brand, then you need to answer the question, What kind of personality would your customers be attracted to? There are some fun questions to ask that can also be helpful, like, if your brand was an animal, which animal would it be and why? If your brand was a car, which car would it be and why? What brands do your customers love and hate? I'm deliberately using the words love and hate because it helps you define what your brand really represents. Now let's talk about your brand name. If you already have a brand name, this is a good time to review it and make sure it still works. You obviously need to select a name that's consistent with the answers to your questions in the previous sections. If you don't have a name, here are some concepts. Most names fall into one of these categories. Invent a new word, like Twitter. Use a suggestive word, like buffer. Reframe an unrelated word, like Apple. Describe it literally, like the dress company. Alter a word by adding or removing letters, like Tumblr. Use the initials of a longer name, like HBO, which stands for Home Box Office. Combine two words like Facebook and Pinterest. Make sure you check the availability of the brand name as a domain and also on the major social networks. When it comes to photography, it's okay to just use your name with the word photography added to it, but keep in mind that it's always more difficult to sell a business that revolves around your personal brand. If your objective is to build a business that you can sell, don't use a personal brand. Now let's talk about colors and fonts. The reason the brand colors matter is that each color triggers a different emotional response. This is obviously not an exact science, but it's something that you'll need to keep in mind when you're selecting your brand colors. You also need to consider the colors and fonts of your competitors. You might want to look similar to a competitor, or you might want to look very different. That's a judgment call you have to make. The one thing you don't want to do is end up accidentally looking like one of your competitors when that wasn't something you were intending to do. Take a look at this color and motion guide from the logo company. I think it does a pretty good job of explaining the significance of each color when it's used in a brand. Now let's talk about designing a logo. Even though designing a logo is the first thing that comes to mind when we think about developing a brand, I think you can see that it wouldn't have made any sense to start working on developing a logo without working through the previous exercises first. When you have answers to all of the questions that we've discussed, you can simply give all of this information to a designer and they'll have everything they need to create a logo for you. Ask for 3 different designs, pick one that's on the right track, and then work through multiple rounds of revisions until you get it right. Okay, as important as your brand is, your brand alone won't generate revenue. You need to offer good products or services, and you need to make a portion of your target market aware of you, and then you need to convert a portion of them into paying customers. So how do you do all of that? First, I'll be releasing a series of videos about 100 ways to get customers for photographers. So if you want to receive alerts when those videos are released, go ahead and subscribe. Second, you can increase awareness by using IIMAGINE. It's a platform for people that want to grow their business while having a positive impact on the world. You can grow your customers and social media followers by connecting with other people on IIMAGINE and cross-promoting your brand to each other's customers and followers. You can also find co-founders and sources of capital. The best part of this is that it's all free and doesn't involve doing any work. Just create an account, upload a profile pic, enter a brief bio, and check the boxes that match your objectives. Then let the algorithm match you with people that want to work with you. Your matches will show up in your inbox. There are also a lot of other things you can do on IIMAGINE to grow your business and maximize your impact. Check the links in the description. Third, if you do decide that you want to implement any of the 100 ways to get customers for photographers, you'll need to have the website, landing pages, CRM, and other tools and automations required to convert as many of them as possible into paying customers. To help photographers have the best chance of success, I've created the Photography Growth Package. So what is the Photography Growth Package? Well, I've created a digital agency called IIMAGINE Digital so that we can provide you with everything that you see in my marketing videos. In order to succeed, you need 3 things. An advanced website with stunning design that addresses all of the 30 critical trust factors, advanced marketing strategies that increase awareness and conversion rates, advanced marketing tools that automate everything. The Photography Growth Package includes a 31-page website that's been set up for photographers with stunning design that addresses all 30 trust factors, everything you need for e-commerce, advanced marketing funnels, a fully featured CRM, ready-made email templates, and more than 100 automations pre-configured. We'll set up everything for you. You just need to add information about your business, then start acquiring customers. If you don't use advanced marketing strategies and you don't use automations, you'll be at a massive disadvantage because digital marketing simply takes too much time when you do it manually. Your business and your personal income depend on it. This is the best way for you to instantly address all of the trust factors, instantly have all of the automations that I mention in all of my videos, and have everything you need to execute the 100 strategies in my series about 100 ways to get customers for photographers. And you'll get all of this with the least amount of time, money, and effort. For most of you, the ability to have everything that you need instantly set up and ready to go, so that you can get customers 100 different ways, will be the difference between success and failure. Check out the links in the description to learn more about it. In the meantime, if you want to use your existing systems and tools, that's fine. I'm still going to give you my 100 best strategies, outlined step by step, for free in these videos. Just keep in mind that it'll take more time and cost more money. And I've discussed a lot of things in this video that might be new to you. If you know all of this is very valuable, but you're in a hurry and you don't know what to do next, just subscribe to this channel and go to IIMAGINE and create a free account. It'll only take 30 seconds and we'll send you an email with information about what to do next. Then you'll have all the information you need and you can do it when the time is right for you. I've included links to everything in the description. I've also included links to related videos. As always, think about how to grow your business in a way that it can have the biggest positive impact. The best way to do it is with the IIMAGINE platform. I'll see you in the next video.